Hi. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Oh, I don't know if you can tell, I'm not feeling super terrific tonight, but I'm so fired up. Hi Deb. I just wanted to hop on for a few minutes and just share some of the things that have been running through my mind the past couple days. Oh, hi Jennifer. Hi Tim. Um, so I've just been having like this fire has been reignited, and I just wanted to hop on and share a little bit of my thoughts about it, and kind of get some feedback from you all on if you think I'm on the right track here. um, and just give you some suggestions. Hey Bianca, happy Monday. Andrea, wow, we got a nice turnout tonight. Um, so I just finished saying I'm not feeling terrific. So if my voice breaks up, it's just a little, I don't know, a cold or something, sinuses or something. But I was kind of dragging today. But this is a regular thing, and this is like what I do. So I couldn't pass up my Monday night live with you all because I look forward to it every week. Um, this past weekend in particular was just remarkable for me. Um, it just really was. Honestly, after I finished writing my book, I still had some momentum going. All the things you do to market a book and sending the books out and sending notes and all of that. Hey, Kim. Um, and then I lined up some interviews and things like that. And so had some momentum going. But honestly, I didn't feel like doing a lot of writing. The creative juices weren't really flowing very abundantly. And I started to wonder, maybe the book is all I had left in me. And that would have been okay. That would have been okay. But I really started to wonder if that was possible. But I just kept digging deeper and deeper. I kept studying scripture. There are a couple of devotional books I'm reading that just really help me work through it all. Not to mention the awesome coaching group that I'm in, and my great coach John Eric. Um, I just we've launched the new Dream Coach class. There's a new group that has started. It's been about 10 days now. And just the energy of all these people getting excited about their dreams and thinking about the possibilities, and some of them for the very first time in their whole lives being told your dream can be a reality. You can make it happen, and we'll show you how. That's really contagious. And so I caught the bug. And then I spent some time with a couple of my friends who are in the program now, who have been on a long journey to get to this point, and to see the weight lifted off the shoulders of both of these two women in particular, and to almost see that they have a freedom now to focus on this it's exhilarating. So I wanted to hop on here. I wanted to offer some words of encouragement. I listened for the second time on the way home tonight to a coaching live that my coach John Eric did in the Dream Coach group last night, and it was pretty impactful. And it was kind of basic, and yet it was very profound. And so I just wanted to share a little bit of that too, while I still have the bug, so to speak, off this fresh energy. I've written a couple of poems lately, in the last few days. In fact, one this weekend. I've got the start of about 4 blog posts. So, it's like Mary's back. I'm not all the way there, but I'm starting to feel it's starting to become natural again for me to do creative writing. And I'm really excited about that because, it's my first love. And my dream, my heart's desire is to use my words to help others find how their story connects to God's story for their life. And I can't do that if I don't produce any words. So I'm really happy that I'm starting to feel like doing that again. So I wanted to share that. I want to be completely transparent about that, because I try to always put the best face on things. I try to be a really positive person. And sometimes people might think, oh, her life is so great and she never has any doubts or concerns. And that's just not true. I fight myself every single day. But the gratitude opens up more gratitude and more abundance, and the celebration of all of our blessings brings more blessings. So that's my focus. And I also don't think you don't need to hear my complaints, so because I really don't have any worth talking about or comparing to anybody else. But I do want to be transparent that, I don't always every day decide, okay, I jump out of bed and I'm going to do some writing and it's going to be great. I write every day, but some days it's not fun and some days it's not easy. But that was the best discipline that I got from going through Dream Coach, was that if I'm going to, to write a book, I need to write every day. And I did that through the process. And so it became a habit. And I know that that's also contributing to the rebirth, the reigniting of the creative juices, because it's just becoming a habit. And it's like my body and my mind are learning to do that again. So that's really exciting. So I would urge you, if there are things that you need to do to work on your dream, that you do them with regularity, that you make them a priority. Yeah, Andrea, you know what it's like. For me, 15 minutes of writing every day. I actually bumped it up to 30 when I was writing the book. But every single day, and I didn't miss a day, because if you miss 2 days, then it becomes a habit and you've broken the chain. So if there are things that you need to work on to make your dreams happen, yes, the everyday was and is the best advice. Do it every single day. Figure out if you have to get up a half hour early in the morning. I do all my me stuff, all my dream stuff early in the morning. I get up really early before anybody else, before the TV goes on and breakfast starts and dogs need to be fed and all that. Because that's the quiet time at my house when there's nobody else up and about. So that works for me. But some people, after the kids go to bed and the house is quiet, I'm usually going to bed then because I get up early. But, everybody has a block, a few minutes in their day that they can work on their dream and just be focused on that. And I'm not going to go into all the specific coaching things. Tonight I wanted to just talk about a couple of big concepts and maybe give you some food for thought. One of the reasons that I knew I wanted to be a part of the Dream Coach, the whole adventure social experience that John Eric does, is because of his philosophy and the way he lives his life, and because of his core beliefs. The main one being that our dreams are not for us, they're for the world. And that's why we need to make them come true. God put those dreams in our hearts because the world needs them. And so it's our responsibility then to deploy them. So I got to thinking about what are some reasons that maybe our dreams have not progressed the way we would like them to. Or why do some people's dreams happen and others don't? And I'm not going to talk about habits and all of that so much as mindset, because that's huge. We can talk ourselves into or out of just about anything. But one of the biggest obstacles, I think, is the decision that we're going to make our dream come true for ourselves. We want to be famous. We want to be rich. We want to be, an expert. We deserve to have anything we want, to be wealthy, to be, acclaimed. And that is just a sure way to fail. There are a lot of people who are very narcissistic, who are very well off, and live wonderful lives, very luxurious lives. But it's impossible really to be happy if you're only living for yourself. And so I think a lot of the issues that some of these people have are related to the fact that they're only focused on themselves. They're not interested in in giving back to other people. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying that, you see examples of some very wealthy people who give away most of their money to make the world a better place. But there are a lot who don't too, and who just, more houses and more cars and more airplanes and, more, and it's all about them. And, I don't think they have very happy lives. So, and I think that's why, because, we were made to be in community and not to be unto ourselves. So, that might be one thing to think about. If your dream isn't going where you want it to go, you might want to think about your motives and make sure that your motive is because you have something that you want to gift to the world. That's right. The world does need your dream. The world needs all of our dreams. We all need each other's dreams. That's why we were all put here. And once we realize that, we also lose our fear of going after our dream. Because then it's not about us. It's about the world. And for me, it's a lot easier for me to care for others than it is to care for myself. So if I believe that my dream is helping the world be a better place to live in, I'm more likely to be devoted to it and to be faithful to it than if it's just about me. Because since we're being transparent, I don't take care of myself as well as I should, and I don't focus enough on myself. And so, and I think it's just a lose-lose unless you focus your time and energy and your dream on other people. Now, another thing, maybe you've reached a certain level of where a certain level of your dream, portion of your dream, but you're not progressing anymore. It's like hard to get to the next level. And, I think one of the reasons for that could be that if you do have this, rocket ship to the moon, this meteoric success without having to really work for it and figure some things out and struggle, you don't have the fortitude and the muscles and the brain power or whatever to sustain the level that you're at, let alone to grow. So a lot of it, the struggle, they say a lot of overnight successes took 10 years. And that's not a bad thing because they have had to figure out how to get up every morning and do what needed to be done and, figure out how to get around obstacles and limitations and turn them into inspiration and how to keep progressing. And you don't have the benefit of that experience if you don't have to struggle at all. And so I think it's hard to maintain that level, let alone to advance to the next level. So don't feel bad if you're, if you're still figuring things out and if it still feels challenging to you. That's good. Because you're building your endurance, you're building those dream muscles, I guess is what you could call them. So it's not a bad thing that you still are struggling. We're always going to struggle because we're never going to be perfect, and so no matter what our dream is, we're never going to knock it out of the park 100% of the time. So struggle is not a bad thing, and we should not be discouraged by it. Now, if we continue to struggle because we're not learning from our mistakes, that's a whole nother, a topic for a whole nother night. but, but yeah, I mean, just because we're struggling a little bit, that's an opportunity for us to figure some things out that are going to stand us in good stead down the line. In this article, and I'll post the link at the end of the live. It was interesting because it's similar to a story that John Eric tells. His friend got a job at Pixar, and at Pixar they say that they do illustrations and cartoons and things for a lot of the movies. They said you've got 10,000 bad sketches in you, so go ahead and just get them out. This article said it takes 10,000 times more effort than you realize. So again, it goes back to the struggle, the trial and error, and the not giving up, and it can take a lot longer than we think it's going to take, especially if we don't give up and we continue to work to refine our dream. So, I just love that. It's 10,000 times more effort. Pixar said it's 10,000 bad sketches. So just go ahead and, as we say in Dream Coach, just do the thing and get it over with. Get them all out of the way, because you can only go up from there. You can only improve with each one. You get a little bit better each time. This is a really interesting one, and it's something that I think I just instinctively did this time. After my book was published, I didn't pass up on any opportunities to be interviewed, to do events, to meet people, to try out different venues, even if I didn't think it was an exact fit, because you never know when you're going to meet one person who can, change the trajectory of everything, or maybe there's one person who needed to meet you at that venue, even though, like for me, I don't always sell a whole bunch of books at every event, but I have to believe that, for one thing, the practice of getting out there, I'm really good now at explaining in just a few very succinct sentences what each book is about. And that's important because we only have 30 seconds, 15, not even that long. Our attention spans are so short. So part of it is that practice makes perfect. The books, people aren't going to just come looking for the book. I have to put it out there. I have to promote it. And especially since it's a self-published book, I don't have, a whole marketing team out there. It's all on me. So I don't ever want to pass up an opportunity that I might have to promote the book and to get the books in the hands of someone who might need them or who might benefit from them. So, we have to keep ourselves open and not... oh, thank you. Thank you, Susan. That's sweet of you. I appreciate it. So, that's been a big thing for me, and I've been surprised sometimes by the things that I thought, I don't really want to go, and then I'll end up selling 5 or 6 books, and then the things that I think, this is going to be so great, I'm going to sell a whole bunch of books, and I don't sell any, but I meet some really incredible people, and make connections, and get ideas, and, learn from every situation. So none of those are wasted, and we should never feel like, that was a stupid idea, I shouldn't have done that. Because you never know. You never know. What has also been crucial for me, from the beginning, it's crucial for all of us, but especially this time around, like I said, you can kind of get a little wary maybe sometimes. You need to surround yourself with people who are a level above you, with people who are working on their dreams, some of them who have already accomplished their dreams, who are on a little bit higher plane, and we need to bring some others up with us. some behind us who aren't quite there yet, but that who want to be. And, they say your vibe attracts your tribe. Well, the other way, it works the other way around too. After a weekend of being really filled up with several people who are just really just on fire, it fired me back up. I'm one of the coaches that helps out, but I was fed this weekend by being around, by associating with other people who are excited about their dream and who, have just realized for the first time what the opportunities are. So it's really the people that you hang out with matter. If you're around negative people who don't support you, who criticize you, who think your idea is stupid, that is not beneficial to you. And on social media, it's real easy to take care of that because you just unfollow those people, or you mute them, or you unfriend them, and you go look for some people who are like-minded, who want to better themselves and who want to contribute something to make the world a better place. Because it does matter. The company you keep matters. It's the difference between success and not succeeding a lot of times. So I really urge you to look for a group, look for a social group out in the community. And it's not like you always have to like you don't have to always be the one presenting or doing. Just go for the conversation and for the relationship building, because you never know, who you're going to meet. Andrea and I are doing a session on vision boards in February, and we never would have done that together had we not met at something that turned out to be nothing like what the plan was. But it ended up being so much better for all of the authors who were there than it might have been otherwise, and was a wonderful experience for us. And we forged some really great relationships through that. So that was an example of I almost didn't go, and I would have missed out. So that it's really important, the company you keep and the opportunities that you pursue. Don't ever pass up on an opportunity to make your dream happen, or to advance your dream, or help your dream grow. And I've talked about, there's no fast track. You need to just do the things you need to do. You need to be aware of what you still need to learn or to know in order to reach your dream. But you can also, don't let that stop you from starting. Just start. And a lot of what you need, you'll get along the way from doing, or from the people that you meet, the people that you come in contact with. And, it's really surprising how Providence steps in. The universe wants only what's good for us, but we need to give the universe a chance. We need to have open arms and be receptive to the people and the situations and events that present themselves in our lives. And again, if we always have the mindset of, how can I help someone else? A lot of times, if we just help someone else reach their dream, it builds us up. Oh, thank you, Jean. I'm so glad. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I was rejuvenated by being around some other really passionate people, particularly in the last few days. It makes a difference. But yeah, we need to remember that, our dreams are for the world, and it's our responsibility to deploy them out there. Find somebody, an accountability partner, an encouragement partner, whatever. Somebody who's not going to take any excuses, but who will say, I understand, but get to it. That matters too. It makes a huge difference. Someone who will hold you accountable in love, um, and not take excuses, but understand what your struggle is. Um, so you need to have people in your corner, and whatever that looks like. Oh yeah, and I was talking about you need to be sure to be aware, to figure out what do you still need to learn. And don't, like I said, don't let that stop you, but be aware of that as a possible limitation, and then figure out ways to overcome that. Maybe you need to take a class. Maybe you need to just sit down and figure stuff out. Maybe you need to read a book, but don't, we can learn and study and figure out forever and never actually do anything. And so that's why we need to really guard our actions, and guard our time, and guard our hearts, and guard our minds, and be sure that we have a mindset that's keeping us where we need to be all the time. And lastly, don't be afraid, because what's the worst that can happen? If you're afraid that people are going to laugh at you, well, they're probably laughing at you anyway. So, and really, do you want to be around people like that anyway? You don't. Those are not the people you want to be around. But what are you afraid of? Failure is not fatal. Failure teaches you what you need to know to be a little bit better the next time. Remember, I talked about those growing pains and the things, the struggles that you go through, so that you have the endurance that you need. It just means that you're out there trying to do something. And I would rather be around 100 people who were trying to reach their dreams and never got there, but kept trying and never giving up, than people who never even tried and who just sat around criticizing other people or making fun of other people. So, we just need to stay focused and remember what we're about and why we want our dream to happen. And, if you don't give up, that's the only failure is quitting. So as long as you don't quit, you're winning. So that's all I have tonight. I think I'm going to probably wash my face and go to bed right away. But like I said, I wanted to hop on. That's right, it does help you learn. Exactly, Elizabeth. I had all this pent up momentum and energy and enthusiasm, and I just wanted to share that with you all. Because I know that it's easy to get discouraged and get sidetracked, and I just wanted to offer you a little some little nuggets maybe that would help you along the way. So thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. If you know of anybody that you think needs to hear this, feel free to share it with them. I love it when people share my lives. It helps me know that that part of my dream is actually coming true, and that is to help other people. So thanks. I hope you all have a great Monday night, a great rest of the week, and I will see you next Monday.